What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Espresso, and welcome back to another Black Ops 3 video here today on the channel. Now, today we're going to be talking about the elusive 10th specialist that we've been hoping for months on end now, and we've theorized many things within that time frame, and today we're actually going to be talking about just who exactly is Blackjack. Backstory, who he is, all that good stuff. So if you enjoy this, make sure you drop a like down below, and if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We're on the road to 40,000 subscribers, so every little bit does help and is of course greatly appreciated. But dating back a few months, we've had the first notion of a 10th specialist. We saw that there were assets in the game code and things from the game code to supposed insiders on Reddit to just know about everything you could imagine. We've had hints absolutely everywhere for a while about this. Now, following there shortly after, audio files were found within the game code that addressed the rumored 10th specialist known as Blackjack by name, not only from other specialist characters in game, but also from Blackjack himself. So at that point, that was all the convincing that a lot of people needed here, and from there after, it was rumored to be the black market dealer himself. This is something we know today is true, but at the time we didn't know just who exactly it was. But from visual and audio clues, we could pick up that the black market dealer, who is supposedly the 10th specialist, was somebody that had these same tattoos, facial features, and even the wristband as somebody we had seen before. That was Danny Lee, and that is exactly who our 10th specialist is. Now, Danny Lee was a member of the 54 Immortals. We saw him in the campaign as Hendrix, and your playable character had a dealing with him personally. Hendrix and Danny actually go way back. To what extent, it's still unclear. However, it is known that they knew each other and have dealt with each other on previous occasions. Lee is an opportunist. He saw the world corrupted by the Singapore disaster and the abandonment of the people in the quarantine zone, and from there he joined with the 54I, who built a habitable zone out of the chaos that ensued, took the power from the solar trees, but we all know that part of the story, right? They pretty much just were the saving grace of that entire quarantine zone. But Danny Lee died, didn't he? We saw him cut down by the very robots that Hendrix and our player were trying to sell to the 54I, and this is where the new pieces of the puzzle come into play, and where I think it gets very interesting about how it all plays back into itself, how it all just overlays and the story connects and meshes so perfectly. Now, the 54I had a lot of tech, not nearly as much as the Winslow Accord or another organization that is built up to be a first world power here, but they had enough to manage, and of this tech, they had recently gotten a rejack unit, to which it revived Lee and allowed him a second chance. However, this would not be the worst of the worries for Lee upon revival, right? I mean, the 54I are a cutthroat organization, and with the deaths of those in charge, mainly the siblings of Go and Min Julan, we'd expect one to be brokering that meeting that got them killed to be executed as well, right? However, the enforcer left still standing, who we know as Seraph, decided to spare Lee for the reasoning that the leadership had lost too much already, and spilling more blood would not solve anything but cause more damage. So that brings us to today. Lee, now operating as Blackjack, is a free agent in the market, a mercenary as some would say, and for that reasoning, we use mercenary contracts to buy his time. With him in battle, he brings not only the hope of restoring honor to the 54I, but also a plethora of his arsenal, including those of his enemies that he's collected to date. Each battle, he only collects more. So, I think that is where we're going to wrap it up here today with this one. As for the simulation that is multiplayer, that to me seems like a different story for a different time. But nonetheless, that is where we're gonna wrap it up here today, ladies and gentlemen. Blackjack, the backstory, Danny Lee, everything here that we know of Blackjack's history, that is it right here. So drop a like down below if you did enjoy. Hopefully you guys did like this one. I had a lot of fun with this. The backstories always interest me. The lore is something that Black Ops 3 has taken the Call of Duty campaign and multiplayer lore to a whole brand new level compared to previous games. So drop a like down below if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new. We're on that road to 40,000 subscribers, so every little bit does help and is of course greatly appreciated. But my name's been Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.